Hello and welcome to the Quest for Sundance. I'm Rebecca Perfect, the author of the blog, and I'd like to say a huge thank you for all of you who have so far read my posts online. As you can see, I've taken this to a new platform and have decided to start filming a number of my blogs. This will mainly take place in the form of interviews where I get a number of industry experts such as producers, playwrights, performers, anyone that I can really get my hands on to question about the film industry, the television industry, the music industry, stuff that is interesting and relevant to all of us today that is trying to make a start within the arts. My first interview is with a chap called David Brown, who is the co-founder of Bite Your Thumb Productions. He has just finished production on a brand new mini-sitcom, which is going to be going live on air at the end of June. So I hope you enjoy it. Thanks for tuning in. So welcome, David. Come and tell us a little bit about Green Shoots.
Yeah, sure. It's a mini sitcom. It's 6 episodes following the usual British sitcom format, but each episode is only 10 minutes long as opposed to 30.
Okay, brilliant. And what was the beginning process for this?
It started out, oddly, just a couple of strange conversations between myself and Rebecca, who's the co-founder of Bite Your Thumb, and just sort of, it came about from an idea of just being, I suppose, fed up, actually, of being home, sitting there watching sitcoms, sitting there watching television and saying, oh, I can do better than that, or hearing other people do that. And then for them to talk about all these great ideas they've got, or these wonderful stories that they're going to write, but actually, 9 times out of 10 never get around to doing it. And we realised that we were probably falling into that bracket. And we said to ourselves, let's change that. Let's not be one of those people, and let's see if we can actually, prove what we've been talking about.
So what's your general view on TV sitcoms within Britain at the moment? Do you think we've hit a lull?
I think actually they're a lot harder to write than people might imagine, and this has been a wonderful thing on that process. It is a case of you can sit there and you can make your judgments, and that's absolutely right, and that's absolutely fair. After all, you pay for most of them that are being made, but actually sort of the workings of a sitcom are incredibly difficult to nail down, and so I think actually what we've got in this country is a wonderful, both wonderful audience need for comedy. We have a great sort of response to any comedy that comes along, and that probably makes us even more critical of it. But I think there's something for everyone. That's kind of the wonderful thing. I don't think we've hit a low. I think there are still great piece of comedy coming out. There's great new writing, and people are finding the right people. I think we're also starting to break slowly. I think the mould of the Oxbridge, either the Footlights or the Review guys, who have provided this country with incredible comedy, absolutely. But it's nice now that a few other people are coming through, not from that background, and actually showing that they're also quite funny if they try.
So tell us a little bit about the process.
Yeah, okay, so after Rebecca and I sat and wrote 6 to 8 weeks and got the feedback and back on, we then sat down and said, what do we need to do to make this as good as possible? And that's sort of the point where we realised, we made a list of what we'd need, what we didn't have necessarily between the two of us, to get it up to the right standard, and realise that amongst the very talented group of friends and contacts between us, that we had all those things. We had an editor, we had the equipment, we had a great director, we had from the filming equipment, and a great circle of professional actor friends who are looking to do new things.
So you didn't hold a casting process or anything, did you, for any of the characters?
We didn't, no, only our own personal ones. But because we were working off our own budget, we had a very tight deadline. We wanted to do everything in 4 days, and we were self-funding it. We sort of, for this one project alone, because it was an experiment, we cast the characters from the group of friends that we had. But also, I think when we were writing it, we knew that this was going to be the case, and so we were writing for those characters and for those people, which has come out very nicely in the end.
Okay, brilliant. And once it was all complete and you finished filming, which happened how many months ago now?
It was back in October when we filmed.
And you finished editing now as well?
We finished editing now.
Okay, so have you had it screened anywhere?
We have, yeah. We we've had it screened in a couple of places. The first one was at the Roxy, which is on London Bridge, which is a really wicked venue. It's really tricky to find a good screening venue, I think, in London, especially if you haven't got a huge amount of money to do it. And for us, the Roxy was kind of perfect because it was kind of a cast and crew and family and friends, but also industry professionals as well came along. But for us, it set the right tone. It's a big cinema screen, they've got all the right equipment, but everyone can sit there on a leather sofa, drink a beer, enjoy themselves, be relaxed, be chill out, and then watch some comedy. You know, the last thing you want is people filing into cinema chairs to necessarily watch maybe a sitcom that they've never heard of before.
And did you invite any form of distributors along who might want to develop this into something bigger than just your initial online concept?
We did, yeah. We also had a screen at the BBC where they were invited there too. I think personally from when we started writing it, we knew that it would be very difficult for any production company to pick up as it was, you know, in terms of the format that it was in, the restrictions that we worked with and enjoyed working with for our purposes, you know, would make it incredibly difficult for a production company to redo as it was, and that's fine. And so our purpose really was to send it out to really make the most of any feedback that did come back, any sort of, whether it was criticism, whether it was optimism about what we've done. And we've been very fortunate that that's been the case, and in the same process we've now got great feedback. We've got people who are interested in what we're doing next.
And what are you doing next?
We've finished 2 short films which were sort of, again, it's a different genre that neither of us had wrote for, so we've finished filming those. They're being edited at the moment and they're going up soon. But our big project, I suppose, next is we're hoping to do a series of 10 short films, bringing the Brothers Grimm tales to modernity and set in London with a link between all of them. But, just starting out on that now. So
you're going to need a bigger budget for that.
We are going to need a bigger budget for that, indeed. So if anyone wants to fund, we're willing for offers.
This is the plugging platform for you. So thanks very much for coming on board and being my first interviewee. I really wish you all the best. Guys, do keep in touch and do keep watching to see what Bite Your Thumbs production does next. If anything else comes of it, we will definitely have you back on.
Lovely.
And what was the email address again?
It's the website is www.biteyothumbproductions.com. It's all going up on there. Also, sorry to keep banging, but we're also launching, alongside the launch of Green Shoots at the end of June, a charity competition tied in with Green Shoots and the premise of the dating agency for people to send in 1 minute, 1 minute and a half joke introductory videos that they're doing. Can be anything you want, but it will go onto the website. You can get people to vote for it, and the people with the most amount of votes get to choose where the charity money goes for. So
that's all done through your website?
Indeed, it should be a good fun process.
So make sure you check it out. And for you guys at home, here's a little snippet of Green Shoots.
Big Brother 10 audition. I went with gay children's entertainer. Thought it would be a shoe-in. To me, hearts are like pound coins. They're currency, and that economy's booming right now.
London loves love.
Yeah! Is everything going to take this long? I've done an advert.
You little pervert. You like ladies in high heels? I am a lady who wears high heels.
How many dates do you typically go on?
3.
It's gonna be okay.
Breakfast, lunch and dinner.